Hey y'all, so we are back. I think this is day 7 with 28 Days in Black History, author edition. And we are going to be doing historical fiction today. But this book has been everywhere. This author is just, she that girl. So don't forget that I do daily shorts on Black History Music Edition. It's a lot of artists you may have forgotten about. We don't want to forget about the people who are giving us great music as well. So let's go on ahead and get into today's author. All right, everybody. This book shook up Bookstagram, okay? I saw people talking about this book and this author, and I was like, okay, what is this book? Like, I don't want to fall into the hype because sometimes people be talking about stuff and the books really don't be good and the authors be mid. And I'm not trying to be shady, but whenever I read a book, I want to be completely immersed into it. Y'all, when I picked up this book, they were not lying. Today's person is Ya Jasi, and she is the author of the Homegoing. She also wrote Transcendent Kingdom, but this book right here, it really set her on the map. This was her intro book, and let me tell you, iconic. This is an iconic read. This is a book that should be in every African American literature class. This is a book that should be in African American history classes. This is a book that should be on your bookshelf, on your coffee table, everywhere. I mean, just beautifully written. I could not put it down, but at the same time, there were parts of it that just had me, holding and hugging myself because I was just wondering exactly what was going on in this particular book. And it gave me some elements of roots in that, you have the transatlantic slave trade, you have people crossing the Atlantic to get to America, but essentially this is following, descendants, a whole family of descendants. And you get to see exactly how their lives are impacted because of the transatlantic slave trade. This is not something that we've, particularly seen done and done well by someone. And she's from Ghana. Y'all, let me tell you something. The stories in this book, they capture you. And I'll give you an example of the two that really, really hit me hard. One, there was a man who was passing. And when I say she wrote it like you knew him, you knew the woman, and you wanted to slap the person who didn't do right, yes, this is what I'm talking about. I particularly read a part of this book in regards to the Fugitive Slave Act to my students, because when we talk about it in relation to the Compromise of 1850, I want them to have a clear understanding of exactly what was happening in American history at that time. And it's just so gut-wrenching. It's so gut-wrenching because you don't realize how much, being free or having these manumission papers didn't really mean anything if someone wanted you. And the fear that both free and enslaved people live with their whole lives, it's not healthy. Like, I can't imagine the anxiety and the stress. Like, I live with basic anxiety and stress, but this right here, that's another level. Knowing that you're going to be separated from your family, knowing that you could be sold, somewhere that is completely abhorrent. She hit every single piece of this, and it literally went through like civil rights movement time period. My girl deserves all of the praise for this book. And I just cannot sing the praises enough. Like, I'm reading the back right here, and NPR, San Francisco Chronicle, BuzzFeed, Oprah.com, and Transcendent Kingdom also received a lot of, good reviews from a lot of people. But I'm going to tell you, what she does with this is a book that just sits with you. And I know in my book club we talked about revisiting this. So yeah, Jossie, we thank you so much for this book. You literally have blessed and healed us at the same time with this amazing writing. And I'm just so happy that we have books like this to come back to be able to relate to give us a sense of exactly what existed. And this is what we mean by honoring authors in Black literature. So thank you so much for joining me today. Listen, grab it. Grab this book. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know, have you read this? And if you've read it, what did you think about it? Anyone else who's read it, what did they think about it? And I cannot wait to see you tomorrow.